Yeah.
So we got a lot of great values and great lessons, and we learned how to see things before they even took place. You know what I'm saying? Years in advance. Because of, they say experience is the best teacher, because of their experiences. And they learned from it, and they passed it on to us. My father passed away of cancer. You know what I'm saying? I was his caretaker. You know what I'm saying? I left work. I went to Cancer Treatment Center of America, fought as hard as we could fight it. You know what I'm saying? That was the facility in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Fought as hard as we could fight it. It was his time to go. Excuse me. On his deathbed, you know what I mean, or a couple of days before he passed. First of all, I've been at a lot of people's deathbed. You know what I'm saying? I've been, and I take it as an honor. And I deal with death probably smoother than almost anybody I know. You know what I'm saying? So, which is maybe the reason why he handpicked me out of all his kids to be with him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Right.
So, mind you, I've done that about 10 years prior when my brother passed away of cancer.
Okay.
I'm at his deathbed. You know what I'm saying? So with my father on this one, I asked him a couple questions. You know what I'm saying? He left me with a good quote that I live by. You know what I'm saying? He said, I stand as a soldier and I lie as a soldier. And he's ready to go when it's time for him to go. That was one thing that I keep tatted on my heart and in my brain.
Okay.
I also told him, I said, I'm not going to cry when you pass away. And he gave me a little look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, my pops was my male best friend. You know what I'm saying? My pops was my dude. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I still said, once you pass away, I'm not going to cry when you pass away. So he just looked at me, you know what I'm saying? Not no, like a poker face look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He knew that was more to come when I said it. So I said, listen, this is because this is what you instilled in me. Death is going to come to everything that's living. And this is great. You about to be amongst loved ones. You ain't dying no violent death. You know what I'm saying? You dying like you going in peace. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
so
it takes a lot to do that there.
I end up lying to him though.
Cause you did cry.
I did cry.
You did cry. Yeah.
But it wasn't because I was sad. It was because at his funeral, I'm just chilling. I'm sitting back. You know, I'm speaking to everybody. You know, about 1,000 people came and you know, like that. You know what I'm saying? Being Muslim, we already live life preparing for our next life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we wanted, once you pass away, okay, you know, we're hands on. You know what I'm saying? Like we went to Jeffrey's funeral home and washed the body ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And said prayers over him ourselves, and you know what I mean. Watch you know, the rigor mortis in your hands. You know what I'm saying? Loosen up from the warm water that we bathe you with. You know what I'm saying? And put some fresh smells on you. You know, so we hands on when it comes to we dig the grave. You know what I'm saying? We shroud you and bury you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he had 1,000 people come to his funeral, and he passed away December 18th, and was buried on December 20th. So like that. You know what I'm saying? And we lived all across America. You know what I'm saying? So those people, he had more people that was calling his phone because I still had his phone. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, yeah, I'm just checking on. You know what I'm saying? What? Sorry, he passed away. You know what I'm saying? Oh, where? All right, give me the directions to the funeral. Yeah, we buried him a couple days ago.
Well, since we're talking about kids, since we're talking about all this, real quick, how do you explain death to your kids, though? You understand it, you got it, but you got to tell them grandpa gone.
Let me finish the story. I got you. I'm going to come to the end right now.
Okay.
The reason why I said I lied to him, because I ended up crying.
Yeah.
I seen a dude there who was, you know, his father was like an uncle to me. I may know more about his father than he did, because his father passed away when he was 3. I was in my 30s when I lost my father.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had tears because you know how a father can be proud of his son and he might have tears of joy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I was about my father. I was like, I'm proud that I got this man's blood in me.
Gotcha.
I'm proud that my father had a chance to. My kids know my father. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They knew him. They all had a relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I was blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? Let's call him my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't even really know his father. You know what I'm saying? Because his father, not because he was a dead, because he passed away at an early age.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was blessed to allow have my father be my best friend and him know my kids. So I just know I'm part of a great legacy. You feel me? Due to him. You know what I'm saying? But you asked the question. You said, how do I explain death?
Because my child ain't had to see, my child asked about people dying and stuff, but she doesn't have to go through like somebody significant around her passing away. Y'all have to deal with that, explain the death of your kids or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You have that to talk to boy when your daughter, anybody significant? Like you got,
I think I'm like probably like 80% emotionless.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
So you straight to it, like this is what it is.
I mean, I think after my dad died, it just, I mean, it's just something that's inevitable. Inevitable. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So I don't even think about it. You know what I mean? Like I don't even for instance, when my mom got sick, you know what I mean? Like doctors talk about, oh, she gonna die. Ain't nobody think about that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that I've ever prepared for.
Okay.
So I've never had that talk with my kids. You know what I mean? Like it's not definitely something that I talk about.
MJ, did you have to do that?
Kind of like what he said. Like I've never really had to talk about it because thankfully no one has been in that situation close enough to my kids. I will say though, I was talking about my uncle Boo Boo about how devastating his passing was to me. And my son asked me, he's like, who is that? So like I explained to him that this DJ dad, dad did it, and just like how big a role he played in my life, and just like how devastating it was. And I told my oldest boy, Scallon, this too. And I was like, it was to the point where I didn't know what to do next because it just we kind of expected it, but at the same time, no one really plans on that. Like I don't, I can't for myself. Like no one really plans on it. So I haven't went in complete detail about that. But like my baby boy knows that like when people die, they're gone. And he's woke up out of a nightmare just a couple of weeks ago saying that he had a dream that Daddy died, that I died. That someone tried to kidnap him or something, and I fought him, and something happened, and he crashed. So it's like, for him to be 5, he knows more than probably what I've even allowed him on.
Yeah.
So as those conversations come up, I will talk more and more about it. But it's in the fear of his mind just kind of wandering different places that I kind of hold back, and that might be that might be bad for me to do that, but I hold back a little bit because like I say, he's 5. I don't want him to get too wrapped up on thinking about death, because I know me, for instance, when I was a kid, I used to think about death all the time, and I used to tell my grandmother, I hope I die before you go, because I'm not gonna make it without you. And to be honest, I didn't lose that mindset until I became a father. And that's at 20, 25, 30 years old. I'm 35. So that was my mindset, because before I had kids, I felt like I didn't have anything to live for, just to keep going through the motions.
I think what surprised me is how thoughtful the kids are at an early age. Kira was like 4 or 5 years old when she was in a car accident with her mama, and she was fine. They got T-boned, but they was fine. Everybody's fine in the car because luckily Kira was on the opposite side of the vehicle, but the side that she normally was on, the backside got hit very, very bad. But she was fine though. So this is how thoughtful kids are. And to the dads that aren't around the kids, you gotta think about this. So this is like 4 days after the accident. Me and Kira's riding, her mom's fine. We're going down the road, and I'm driving. Y'all know how it go. Y'all people been at rear view at your child, right? I do a little peek, right? My child's sitting there looking out the window in silence, right? I slowly see a tear just come down her eye in silence. She just tear like that. I said, Kira, I said, you crying back here? She was like, yeah. I said, what's wrong with you? She said, I was the one that happened to my mama. And she said, when I'm away from her, I think about her and I want to happen to her. And when I'm away from you, I think about you and I want it to happen to you. That almost made me cry right there. 'Cause she 4 years old and silence
Yeah.
crying back there. My child was like very ahead of her time. Like it's an old
Yeah.
soul in my child. It's really wild for real. The things that she says, you know what I'm saying? So that let me know, like, yo, they think broad. They think about us all the time. They think about mom and dad and all that. So I say that to the fellas at home, even the moms. Because I know there's some deadbeat mamas out there too. Those father edition, but talk about the mamas too. Because it's some mamas out here. It's slack too. It's both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's to all slackers across the board. Let me get up in the camera. Look at my face, damn it. You got some plans this weekend. Cancel that shit. Pick up your child. With the camera right here. Pick your child up. I promise you. Because have y'all ever seen people be awkward with their kids? I've seen people have their child around them, and they sitting with each other awkward as hell because he ain't been around them enough, and he really don't know how to back and forth. And what the hell? You know what I'm saying? My child like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? So that's stuff that you got to value right there. And then you said something. You said something about, you know, you popped in the way. You said something about your Uncle Boo Boo. Boy, we're gonna test this too. And Daddy, you had your pops around, but you still got guys like this around. Talk about the guys that was around that want your pops. The OGs, the uncles and stuff that really like.
It takes a village.
It's, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot that I got from these guys. Don't even know I got stuff from them. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that. Like the guys, especially you know, us not, you know, having our pops around. Well, I'll start with you. Like just any of the OGs that helped out. Did you back then you weren't thinking about it, but yo, they was really giving you the keys, helping you turning you into a man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that a little bit.
So my OG is probably different than y'all.
I knew it was going hard. We shot Keith Franklin. We shot Keith Franklin. Is that your OG? Keith OG? Thank you.
Frank. No, for real, like, I mean, me growing up, you know what I mean? I really hang around family, like talking about, like uncles and stuff. You know what I mean? I was more of my cousins, you know what I mean?
Alright, okay,
like,
alright.
You know what I mean? So I was always the youngest one, you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna say I really, you know, kind of like looked up to them, but you know, there's a few of them that I was like, you know, just wanted to be around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep,
you know what I mean? Just, I think because of, I guess sometimes you see yourself in them.
Oh, I get that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like a few of my cousins that I hung around. You know what I mean? That I enjoyed hanging around.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I really did. It was just my mama. You know what I mean?
Where do you find yourself?
I didn't listen to nobody though.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
so
got
you couldn't
all
tell me shit.
So I got you. All right.
You know what I mean? You couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, so listening wasn't an option. The only person, honestly, if I got in trouble, you know who my mom would call? Take and stretch.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because she knew I would listen to them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But that's it. Like, it won't no calling my uncle because I feared him or.
They don't want none of that.
No.
No.
Uncle pull up, it's gonna be an issue.
You know what I'm saying?
But, you know, so that's why I said. But my OGs was different than y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it's wild. Especially in here, Oakville. MJ, you got a lot of OGs around. Uncles and stuff, man, that's real in your life.
So
What do we say about them, man?
So my uncles, like my mom's brothers, I love and respect, you know, to this day. They were different too because they always worked.
All right.
So, you know, most of them work second shift.
All right.
So shit, they get off 11, 12 o'clock. I don't see them till the weekend.
Okay.
You know, but my Uncle Boo Boo's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't cuss around him. You didn't say something smart to somebody around him.
He was intimidating.
Say something. Say
BJ's there?
BJ's boss, yeah.
He was legit.
Say something wrong. If he was alive, I might not be here to tell this story because I'll probably be finishing up my career in pro ball because that's the path that he had us on. And like when he passed, I would say a lot of us, I ain't say we lost the love of sports, but it didn't mean the same. For myself, I can speak for myself. I didn't push myself as hard as I could. Got in high school, smoking, bullshitting around. Didn't even take it serious anymore. But when he was there, oh my God, I never forget one time I said,
I think I met BJ like right after he died.
Yeah, it's probably right there. That's how long. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's like 02.
Yeah.
I told Monk Boob I wasn't going to practice. I ain't going to football practice. Hot as hell outside. Slipped up and cussed him out. Don't you look like oh hell? Like why did I say that? He told me, man, I hope his kids don't give me the Sanders. He said, yeah, you a pussy. You're a pussy. You ain't. I'm like, what? Like, how do you tell that to me? Like, huh? Man, I had my shoulder pads on so fast. I rode in the car with my shoulder pads on. Like, I'm like, man, I can't. And it was, and he was my coach. So it's like, yo, I can't. So come to football practice, I'm going against the biggest dude. Yeah, you want to cuss out there? Yeah, you going against the big dude. I'm getting killed at times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it made my mentality just like to understand, like, I don't care how. And I go into another story. Line up against the biggest guy. I never get Cal Lucker, dude. And he's sitting there, he was like, this is like when Lil Giants came out. So, he's sitting there crazy. And when they blew the whistle, when I said I rocked his ass, I rocked his ass. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he can't tell me nothing. My boo said, do it again. I'm like, huh? Like, I just done this, and I laughed and taunted, like, did it again, same result. So that showed me then, like, it's almost like that positive reinforcement. Like, yo, I'm sitting there just thinking
You want to prove him wrong.
yeah, like he's bullshit, but he was kind of using reverse psychology on me to make me better. But it took me too long to understand that because I didn't have him long enough to keep that as I was going through high school. I was a freshman when he passed. You know what I'm saying? So it changed up a lot to the point where I didn't even I didn't even play football my 10th grade year, the year after he passed. I didn't even care. I didn't care at all. And it was tough. I got back into it, but then I didn't play again. I quit my 11th grade year and didn't play my 12th grade year. And it was just like, yo, it don't even mean that much to me anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that was tough. And in its own, it was just like, but like you said, but your cousins, I had BJ, I had 1-2, it was.
They also.
I say the shout out to Two. Two showed me a whole different lifestyle. Two, like, and as crazy as it sounds, because Two was tough on us, don't get me wrong, we did some shit that we probably were like, everybody ain't gonna agree with. But if we was wrong, he let us know we was wrong. He me anyway. He didn't sugarcoat anything, but I can't tell you the time this dude told me no, unless we ain't getting that.
Well, look, I say this, I'm gonna say this though, the thick skin that I learned down there, like down here, my people, thick skin is rough down here, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna make you be a man. Yeah, you gonna be a man. Like, when I say rough, that means you ain't gonna be around here talking like all soft. You gonna be around, you know what I'm saying? Nah, we north side, we still go hard. You gonna be a man around here, you know what I'm saying? But down there, it was like, everybody was going so hard all day. They would clown and joke each other so much that one over there ready to fight this one. Like, it'll be constant all day long. So I learned, like, yo, thick skin, come at somebody, come at you, you be ready for any type of that stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? And that came from, and I ain't had no pops around, so that helped harden me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had, folks from here, like older cousins, stuff like that. Cousins.
See, that comes from a woman raising you. You don't have time to be weak. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Because you got to be strong for your mom.
That's true.
So
That's true.
So you don't have time to be weak.
That's true.
So that's what I was going to touch base on. You know what I'm saying? With that question when you asked about OGs and everything. You know what I mean? Like that. A woman can't raise a boy to be a man. My grandmother raised 3 great men, and one of them was my father. So when it comes down to OGs around and everything, just so happened that no matter who I call, you know what I'm saying, no matter from my generation or a little bit below me that knew my father, almost every one of them is going to say their favorite OG, their favorite old head was the man that joint hit you right in the head.
You know what I'm saying? You see that? Dang, bro.
Their favorite old head was my pop. You know what I'm saying? So he was one of my favorite old heads as well. You know what I'm saying? And he had book smarts, street smarts, and common sense, which is very, very rare for a person to have all 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
So he was able to. That's why he taught us the way he taught us. You know what I'm saying? That's why he taught us the way he taught us, and and my mother as well. My mother as well. She I just told somebody in the chair the other day. She gave me some of the. No, I said it today. She gave me some of the best advice. Period. My mother is nowhere near nothing street. Nowhere near nothing. She's drama free. She's nowhere near none of that. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Mind your business, you live longer."
I like that quote. Y'all hear that? Mind your business, you live longer.
So. And to me, what I'm saying back then, you know what I'm saying, or coming up, that's gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's gangster. That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, I got to get a cue for that. Class in session, y'all. Y'all know I got a cue for that one. Y'all heard that? Mind your business, live longer. I got to get that off. I'm sorry, that was the key right there.
And I'm not saying gangster. I'm saying that's thorough. You feel me?
You know exactly what you mean. Now, we getting older, y'all. Y'all feel yourselves kind of becoming the OG? Because I got youngers that I keep up with, and I get them some real talk for real, y'all. I got youngers that I actually care about. And I'm like, damn, I'm becoming that dude. I'm talking that type of trash to them. You know what I'm saying? They saying something out the way, or they not really right in line. I gotta let them know and check them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all find yourselves kind of like, damn, kind of becoming the OG around these younger guys. I got younger guys around me. I know Daddy. I know you know some young cats, of course. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. Like becoming. I ain't gonna say becoming. You know what I'm saying? Because
already there or whatever. You know?
Been
How
that.
old are you?
Been that. I'm 41. You know what I'm saying? But you know, been that. Like
38.
You're not 38.
Yeah. No, 41.
35, yeah.
So
I just turned 40.
Okay.
I got a lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Even some people that are older than me that come to me for advice, come to me for quote unquote therapy, come to me for some real words, even if they ain't gonna like it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, man, that's all day, every day.
It's very important to have guys like this. Not to get all the way off track, y'all, but listen to old clip from DMX. DMX explained how he first got on crack. I know it sounds crazy. Y'all probably never heard this. DMX explained how he first ever tried crack. He said he was about 14 years old. He used to, hang around this older crowd, but he had an older guy in his 30s that was his OG. Looked up to him, so talking about girls, talking about everything in the world. Was this guy, you know what I'm saying?
Smoked a woo bob or something, didn't he?
Get in the circle, they rolled the blunt. The OG laces that blunt with crack and hands it to 14-year-old DMX. He said my life was done ever since. He got the crying talking about this. He said how this person that loved me and supposed to be my OG, supposed to be my, my mentor, put that in me and ruin my life from 14 to this day. So it's very important that they have the right type of people, because you can have the wrong leader in your face any day telling you some wild stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's important that, we always get the right message to them, you know what I'm saying? Of course we want them to be men, be guys, live your life, you know what I'm saying? Live your life, you only get one life, go out there, experience things, but I kind of make sure I bring it on home to them, like, yo, make sure you know your surroundings, make sure you know what you're doing out here, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to just be wide open. You ain't got to be the most gangster dude around. You handle yours, you got a situational issue, because, we old school, back in the day, the fight happened, everybody go back home, be cool next day, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know what else going on there, ain't no fighting, it's shooting, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of misguided young ones I see out there, that try to tap in on.
Boy said it earlier though, you know what I'm saying? So he said leadership. He said respect. And I think after that you said leadership, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like leadership.
Don't get a follow.
So it's a lot of monkey see, monkey do. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of it's working for him. You feel me?
The biggest problem is them being a follower of their friends. Because you don't like them, and y'all homeboys, all right, I'm a beef with them too.
Yeah.
You think about it, back in the day, if I got issue, man, that's your issue.
Yeah.
What's up, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
And clown about it.
That nigga. What you mean? I ain't got no problem with him. That's your
true.
problem.
And that's like our generation.
Yeah.
Our generation like that. Because I'm sure some of us still like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
and we'll clown you too. That's your boy over there. That's your boy over there. Your boy over there. Your boy over there.
Whooped your ass last week, dude.
You know
what I mean? Like, but
helping.
these days you can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Damn.
and I realized that when I got stabbed. My mama told me, she said, I told you. Everybody gonna keep letting you put their hands on them. I said, you're right, Mom.
Times are changing for real.
You know what I mean? You're right.
And see, and I think also, man, with social media is crazy. And you see all the shit, and I said, like, you see the little, y'all get Facebook. You see the little videos of the rappers here, the little YouTube videos doing this, doing that. Everybody wanna be something that they're not.
Yeah, crazy.
And that's the crazy part.
Shout out Ja Morant.
Everybody get this gun, and I'm gonna speak on that too. And I'm gonna tell you a personal story with that. When you got people that
gunshot
they got a gun, everybody got a pistol now. Somebody got smacked. The first thing they do is they want to pull it and shoot.
Yeah.
But not only they're not shooting at the person they going at, they're just shooting random, just hitting random people. That's bullshit.
That's why
I had that conversation today.
That's why you can ask any of my friends.
I already know you about to say.
Any of my friends. When they get in my car, I ask, you got a gun with you? They like, yeah. Put that shit in your car. Wait